So, welcome to the Kelly Center. I'm Erin, and this is our Kelly Center Irish coffee, whiskey not included. It's $17 a pound. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we have ground, non-ground, and we also have decaf. Right? It's amazing. I highly suggest getting yourself one. It's brewed by the our local cup who employs people with disabilities, and it supports them too. So it's really amazing, locally made, everything the Kelly Center stands for. And up next is Amanda.
Thank you. It's really, really good coffee, by the way. So if you get a chance, we have it over at the counter. So, well, welcome to the Kelly Center. I'm Amanda. Do we have any first timers here? Like your first time at the Kelly Center? Oh, great. Welcome. And of course, we hope it will not be your last time. Kelly Music for Life, if you're not familiar with us, we're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We have programs for children, teens, and adults, and you can also rent the space for private events. We have chair pads in the back for you, and I see a lot of you are taking advantage. Those are great. And we also have a snack and drink vending machine in the back corner. We are BYOB here at the Kelly Center. We just ask for a $5 per drinker donation to help support us. Education and experience are central missions to the Kelly Center. We give performance opportunities to young people on our student stage events. So far, we have given live performance opportunities on the Kelly Center stage to over 250 students. And we're also training and hiring students interested in audio-video technology and event management. So far, we have trained and given paid job opportunities to over 50 students. Tonight, joining production manager Nikki, our student staff includes Molly, Stella, and Aaron, and they're all doing a great job. Yeah, they definitely deserve a round of applause. We have a great program here called Coffee on the Path. It's coffee and baked goods from Haverford High School PATH students with disabilities. The PATH program prepares students with disabilities to transition to self-sustaining career life after high school. Since opening last fall, 6 of our PATH Cafe students have been hired for paying jobs with Aramark and local businesses. Coffee and fresh muffins are only $1. They make a terrific cold brew, if that is your thing, so stop in to support them. Coffee on the Path is now open 3 mornings a week, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 to 11 a.m. Our artist of the month is Dan Cavalieri. You can see his wonderful artwork hanging here. If you are interested in purchasing any of his works, you can contact him. And if you are an artist interested in displaying your work, contact us. We have free open jams here at the Kelly Center. We have bluegrass jams, Django Jazz Jam, Irish Trad sessions, and open mic nights. So come check those out. Coming to the Kelly Center tomorrow, we have a student stage featuring student performers Leo Gaughan, Dylan Wilson, Adam Daly, and the band Elpa. Later this month, we have Amy Yaris, Deborah DeVee, Mark Lipsky Comedy, New Acoustics with Jazzgrass Chamber Orchestra, and Kayla Farnham's Carole King Tribute. Tickets for all events are available through our website. We are always adding new shows, so sign up to get our concert announcements and schedule updates at kellycenter.org. The Kelly Center is a listening room. I say this every time, but it is my favorite thing about the Kelly Center because unlike at a bar or other places where people are talking the whole time and you're struggling to hear the music, you can actually hear the music and appreciate it, and I think that is awesome. So out of respect for our performers and fellow audience members, please silence your phones. In the restrooms, which are right back there, please use the paper towels during performances because the hand dryers are very loud. I don't think he needs any more accompaniment, right? Also, no flash photography during the show. Feel free to take pictures or videos and post them, but no flash, please. And thank you. Please support the Kelly mission with a donation. We have cash jars, Venmo, PayPal, or QR codes around the room. Well, we're very excited to have our performer tonight. He is a Japanese-born fingerstyle guitarist who moved to the United States in 2000 to attend the Berklee College of Music. Needless to say, he's not only a dizzyingly agile fingerpicker, but a soulful and transcendent performer with compositions that combine instrumental guitar work with lyrical performance and spoken stories from his life. He has been recognized for his talents on stages such as at the Blue Note in New York City, NHK-Television, Japan Broadcasting Corporation, International Storytelling Center, and United Nations, and by scoring second place at the International Fingerstyle Guitar Championship both in 2018 and 2022. Please welcome to the Kelly Center in Havertown, Pennsylvania, Hiroya Tsukamoto.
Thank you. Thanks so much for coming out tonight. My name is Hiroya, and what I do is mostly original music and some stories behind them, and I hope you're gonna have a good time. So I travel a lot to perform shows in different places, so I compose a lot of songs in different locations, including this next piece I'm going to share with you. I composed this song in a mountain in Utah several years ago, and after playing shows in Utah, me and my wife decided to take a couple of days off to explore Utah, and we ended up renting a Jeep, but I was scared to drive a Jeep, so I asked my wife to drive. So she started driving the Jeep a couple of hours through those very steep canyons near Moab, Utah. And we finally arrived at this beautiful natural stone bridge with the huge red rocks. I had my guitar on the Jeep, so I picked it up, started playing the guitar by the natural bridge, and after a while, this music came about. So I named this piece as the name of the place, and this is entitled Gemini Bridge. Thank you very much. I was born in Japan, but I left Japan almost like 24 years ago, something like that. So I've been here in the US for a long time, but English is still a challenge, especially when it comes to naming the songs in English. So what I sometimes do is that when I write a new piece, and if I want to put the title in English, I play a new piece at a show like this and asking American audience to get my idea to name this new piece. And that's what I did for this next piece I'm going to share with you. Right after I composed this piece, I had a show in Rochester, New York, and after the show, a guy approached me and he said to me, I got an idea to name your new piece. And he was a mid-70s guy, and he was telling me and sharing some stories about his life. And he said, I'm mid-70s. Sometimes I think of how many years I have rest of my life. So when I wake up every morning now, I just appreciate every day more than before when I was young. So for your song title, how about Another Great Day to Be Alive? And I thought that's a good title. But he also said that if you don't name it, I'm not gonna buy your CD. So I named this piece as he suggested. Thank you. Now I'd like to sing one Japanese folk songs for you. I'm assuming that you don't have much chance to hear Japanese folk songs, right? This might be a good chance. This folk song is a very old folk song from southern part of Japan, Okinawa. You know Okinawa, right? And as you know, Okinawa was part of the U.S. Territories from 1960s, about 10 years. But prior to Japan, Okinawa was a different country. It was an independent kingdom for many years called the Ryukyu Kingdom for 500 years. And around that time, these people living in those islands were able to develop their own very unique culture, including folk music and dance. And also martial arts, karate was born around the same time. And this is one of the folk songs from Kingdom Time, which talks about a lady who lived around that time. She was a beautiful woman, so she got an offer from the king to get married. But she didn't want to get married to him, so she rejected the proposal from the king. But she survived. And she became a heroine, and this song came about. And I'm gonna be singing this song in Okinawan, very old dialect language, which I don't even understand much. But you're welcome to sing along if you want to. And traditionally speaking, they don't use a guitar for this kind of music, traditional music. What they use is another instrument called a sanshin. And san means three in Japanese, and shin means lines, or could be strings. So it is a 3-string small instrument, and the fingerboard of the instrument right here doesn't have any frets. So it is a fretless instrument. And I'm going to mimic the sound of this sanshin with the guitar. 이맛이 타려 춘나라가노 샤마요 사도야노 고야니요 아야야 한줄라사 이맛이 타려 춘나라가노 you. I hope you're having a good time so far. Thank you. Okay, so I wrote this piece I'm going to play in a very small town in Kansas, middle of nowhere in Kansas last year. And I grew up in Kyoto, Japan, and as you may know about Kyoto, which is the name of the city, but Kyoto is also the name of the prefecture. It's like New York City and New York State, same city name, same state name. And my hometown is actually a small town north of Kyoto City, surrounded by beautiful mountains. So I grew up in a valley in a small town. And I usually tour central part of the US a couple of times a year, states such as Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas. And the landscape and scenery of those states are most different ones I'm coming from originally. So I wanted to compose a music about small towns in those states. And anybody driven through those places? Yes? All of you? It's flat, right? And as we drive the back roads in those states, small town appears. And those small towns are, in general, very small, only one stoplight or something like that. I can pass those places within a few minutes, and after that, corn and soybean fields continues lots of miles. And then after a while, another similar town appears. That kind of a cycle or repetition, driving through those back roads in those states. And when I pass those small towns, I have a mixed feeling, and I often feel depressing and sad, because even the main streets, lots of the stores are closed, and as I see it, there's not much going on. And I can relate to that, to my hometown back in Japan, because same things are happening. Most young people leave town and they don't come back. But on the other hand, I still love those small towns. And I especially enjoy sharing music in those small communities. And once I get into the communities, I met some interesting and unique people in those small towns. So this piece I'm going to play has two different parts in the middle, dark and bright part. And this composition is a suite which consists of three different movements. And this piece begins with a slow part, and it goes up to the first part in the middle, and there's another slow part toward to the end. And this is the last track of my new album, and this is entitled What Dreams May Come. Thanks so much. I composed this piece last spring in Michigan, still rainy and chilly day in one day, Saturday in April. And I spent a couple hours to compose this piece. And composing music is always a challenge, but this one came very quickly in a couple hours. And next day on Sunday, I had a show in Lansing, Michigan, at the theater called the Robin Theater, a beautiful intimate theater. And I played this brand new piece that I composed on the day before. And the venue director, whose name is Dylan Rogers, Dylan heard this brand new piece and he said to me, if you don't have a title yet, I've got an idea to name your new piece. And he said there's a beautiful English word which I didn't know called a petrichor. Anybody knows this word? Petrichor. And Dylan explained petrichor means the smell coming from the ground after the rain. So Dylan named this piece as Petrichor, and this is the first track of my new album. sometimes I get requests that why don't you sing something in English? So this is something I tried. I wrote simple English lyrics to my original piece. I can see your boat far away from the shore, but you can't see me from where you are. I can hear your voice across the mountain range, but you can't hear me from your place. I can see your boat far away from the shore, but you can't see me from where you are. I can hear your voice across the mountain range, but you can't hear me from your place. Tumbe, tumbe, tumbe. I can see your boat far away from the shore, but you can't see me from where you are. I can hear your voice across the mountain range, but you can't hear me from your place. Thank you. You might be wondering, you hear this lot of the sound at the same time, and I think some of you may know already what I'm doing, but I want to explain what I'm doing. What I do is described as a looping or layering, which I use a tool called a loop pedal on the floor. And this one is connected to my vocal mic and guitar. And this is basically a recorder, so as I play, if I want to, I can record myself. And if I want to, I can just keep recording and keep building the layers, and that's what I'm doing. So it's not pre-recorded, or it's not a karaoke track. It's a real-time live recording. And I love doing that because as a solo performer, I can have more dynamics for my performance. But on the other hand, I still love playing acoustic guitar, just a purely acoustic too. So I'm going to play 2 songs without using the pedal. I've been playing the guitar for many years, but it was not my first instrument. When I was in middle school, I was 13 years old. My dad found the used banjo at the pawn shop, and he brought it back one day, and he said to me, "This is called banjo." But I didn't know anything about banjo. But the thing was, I was the only kid in town playing banjo in a small town, as you can imagine, in Japan. And my parents had a friend who was very much into bluegrass music, and he was also a fantastic flat-picking guitar player too. And he came over to my house one day when I was in high school to see my parents. And he gave me a record, LP, named The Foggy Mountain Banjo by Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. It's a wonderful classic record which was released in 1961. And all the songs in the record were instrumental songs with the 5 guys. Acoustic guitar, 5-string banjo, dobro fiddle, and double bass. 5-piece ensemble. And when I dropped down the needle on the record, it was just a fascinating experience for me. And that LP was my motivation to practice banjo. But bluegrass banjo is not easy instrument to learn because it requires lots of the picking hand technique. With my picking hand, I'm righty, so my right hand with the 3 fingers, thumb, index, and middle fingers. And basically different combinations of those 3 fingers. And the bluegrass people call it rolls. So I spent a lot of time on my high school days to practice different rolls with my right hand. And I want to share one of my original pieces. And when I wrote this piece, I applied some of the banjo rolls to this original piece. And this is entitled From Coast to Coast. very much. I think I'm gonna play two more songs for this show in Havertown, Pennsylvania. Is it okay? Thank you. So the most of the songs I played so far tonight were, except one Japanese folk song, were composed in different places in the U.S. But this one I'm going to play now is a song that I wrote back in Japan in a small village where my grandparents are from originally, and my grandmother and grandfather grew up in this very tiny village in the mountains in Kyoto. And when I was a kid, I used to visit this place pretty often. And looking back from now, I just have a wonderful memories thinking about this village. And you may have a similar place, the place you had been when you were growing up. And you may not have been back for a long time, but memories are interesting. Sometimes memories are coming back unexpectedly. And when I sleep, I sometimes dream about things about my past. And especially memories of this village occasionally come back. And several years ago, I had a chance coming back to this place with my dad. And I brought my guitar there and I wrote this piece in this place. And when I went back last time, my grandparents' house was still there, a very old house. And mountains looked exactly the same as my childhood, and the river still ran through the village. But a few questions came to me, questions such as, why my grandparents are gone? Because all the things exactly the same as in my childhood. And I thought I haven't changed much since when I was a kid. But yeah, so I was just thinking about, I stayed there for a couple of days, and while I was staying there, I was thinking about the time I spent with my grandparents when I was a kid. And this song came about in this village. And the name of the piece is called Takibi, T-A-K-I-B-I. And Takibi is a Japanese word which means bonfire, because making bonfire was what they did when I was a kid. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here, coming out tonight. I'm going to play one more piece for you, and if you like my music so far, as I mentioned, my new album came out in January. It's called A Rain Shadow, which consists of 10 original pieces, and it's over there on the table. And I recorded this album in Port Townsend, Washington State last year. And besides albums, I have a mailing list. If you sign up your emails, I'm gonna send you monthly newsletters from different places I go, so you're gonna know when I'm coming back to Philadelphia area in the future too. And I want to say thank you for Kelly Center for having me for the first time. Thanks so much. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little story about this piece, how this music came about. About a 15 minutes north from New Haven, Connecticut, there's a small town called Hamden, and there are two mountains. One mountain has a round shape, and next to the round one, there's a longer one. These two mountains are connected, and local people call it Sleeping Giant. Next to those mountains, there is a university named the Quinnipiac University. One of the professors there, whose name is Luis Arata, he's originally from Argentina, but he's been teaching South American literature at the Quinnipiac University for a long time. And we became friends. And a couple of years ago, I was playing shows in New Hampshire and Vermont, and Luis knew that I was up in the area. So Luis called me and he said, if you have time on your way back, please stop by. So I stopped by Hamden where he lived, and me and Luis did trail walking through Sleeping Giant. And it was a very cold day in the winter time, but it was a beautiful experience walking through this forest. And after I came home, about a few weeks later, Luis sent me a package. And when I opened the box, there were 4 books about Sleeping Giant. And he also enclosed a letter, and he wrote that I am personally very much attached to this mountain. And this mountain is also a very important place for Quinnipiac University. So I want to ask you a favor. I want you to compose a music about Sleeping Giant. But before you compose, you have to study about this place. But the books were super thick. But I tried my best, and after reading those books, I was very much inspired, and I composed this piece I'm going to share with you. And after reading those books, I learned that this place was originally a sacred place of indigenous people living there back then, a long time ago. And the spirit, the name of these people is called Quinnipiac people, same as the university name. And the spirit of those people is called a Habermock. So I named this piece as Habermock. Thanks so much. our wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I, and both shall row, my love and thank you very much.
Thank you, Hiroya Tsukamoto, and thank all of you for supporting our performance and the Kelly Center. Thank you to our student techs and staff, Nikki, Molly, Stella, and Erin. Yeah, they did a great job. And thank you to our facilities manager, Rick Miller. To support our, yes, you did a great job too. To support our nonprofit with a donation, there are cash jars, Venmo, PayPal, credit card, or QR codes around the room. Or you can go to kellycenter.org and click contribute, and that's where you can get all of our updates as well and upcoming shows. Please help us clean up. We have trash and recycling containers by the door as you leave. On behalf of Tom and Sherry Kelly and Paul and Susan Kelly, thank you for joining us tonight. From the Kelly Center for Music Arts and Community in Havertown, Pennsylvania, I'm Amanda. Stay safe, play it forward, and good night. Thank you for coming.